Welcome back, awesome action toy fans and subscribers. Today is Saturday, the 20th of January 2024, and yes, it is a Joytoy Warhammer 40k time. I have got the brand new Adeptus Mechanicus Kastelan robots come in, one with incendiary combustor on the right and one with heavy phosphor blaster on the left. These came yesterday on Friday the 19th. I am making the video today. I was expecting these to come earlier because they revealed stuff after these and that came before these, if you understand what I'm saying. But these do look really nice. I love the aesthetic, very almost want to say retro sci-fi in that regards. So quick look at the boxes. Nice picture of the figure on the front. On the backs, we can see the actual robots, which are pretty much identical, just a different loadout of weapons. And it appears the chest colour is slightly different as well. We'll have a comparison when I open them up and we get a closer look. But they do look really nice, it has to be said. Okay, I'm going to pause this, unbox them, set them up. I'll be back in an instant. Stay tuned. And here they are. They are big, menacing boys. They do look fantastic. Now, before we go into the details, please consider joining Patreon, link in the top right of screen. Now, get to see all the videos before they're published on YouTube, plus exclusive content from time to time. And also, we do have prize draws as well for the paid members. You also get 7 days free. If you want to check it out, you can do. So please do that. Okay, no accessories to look at apart from what you see in front. They look fantastic. So let's have a look at our one on the right first. That's the clandestine Kastelan robot with incendiary combustor. Looks very cool. I think the one on the right, I think it's probably my favourite because it's got the articulated fingers. I love that. Does look very, very cool. Just a bit of a turn going on. Very nice looking. There is some weathering going on. You could do some more, but it just does look fantastic. And that wasn't a piece breaking. It is meant to come off. Have a look at that. It's like a nice big articulated feet. It appears as well. Now let's look at one of the heavy phosphor blaster, the one on the left. So he's got two gun arms. I would prefer him with one gun arm and one normal arm. It needs to be a bit drilled further in that one there. And not enough weathering on the actual barrel. They have got it on the actual gun part at the top there. A bit difficult to see. Maybe that'll make it a bit easier. There, that's a bit better on details. You can see sort of the different colouring there. Sort of the shade, the highlighting, making it pop a little bit. Very, very cool looking. So let's have a look at some of the details and features. So features and details. So first of all, the chest panel comes out, as you can see there. And if you've got the data smith, he has this data card. You can plop it in to your little robot. It does fit, I promise you. There you go. And now it has his instructions. You can pop that back in again. But these don't stay in particularly well. They're quite loose. It'd be nice if they were slightly, what's the word? Slightly stiffer, or slightly more difficult to get in and out. And you might want some pliers to get this one out. Does the other one come out? Oh, looks like it does. It's moving. You try it. I haven't tried that yet. Yeah, and you get another data card in there too, which is pretty cool. These two are just fixed. So that's pretty cool. And then the only other feature other than the articulation, look at the gun arms here. You can take out the magazines. There are bullets inside, but they're not painted. They're just silver. They're a slightly different colour. That would be awesome. So those are the features other than articulation I found anyway at the moment. Just get this in properly again. And on this guy, it's just the chest panel again. Nothing else apart from articulation that I've seen. And again, you should be able to take out, I'm assuming, because it's the same mold and everything. The data card, yeah, you can. So that's pretty cool. And again, you can insert the data card from the data smith if you want. Okay, since he's here, we'll go for articulation. He's got more articulation. So go from head to bottom. So top is the gun. It does turn left and right. In fact, it comes turning the way around when it's in the box. It's a bit confusing, first of all. And you do get it's like almost, I'll say a ratchet, but you get quite a stiff up and down, but it's more up to there, not so much this way. It feels a bit stiff there. The head looks left and right, but the head just feels a bit, I'll say the word cheap. It feels a bit hollow, it feels a bit empty. It's okay. Shoulders should be all the way around, a bit stiff. Sideways, you have got pauldrons, but the pauldrons do have a nice angle. So you are getting 90 degrees. They should do those pauldrons on the Space Marines. You get a bicep, that is a bicep swivel. You get articulated fingers, you get articulated finger joint, and articulated knuckle from the fist part on the... There we go. Here. Also on these two, 3 fingers. And does the hand spin? Yeah, the hand spins as well. Waist is a turn. Tiny movement forwards, backwards. Oops, not lose this part. Let's take that off. Let's put your shoulders up slightly. Hips on a ball, as you can see, as I just discovered, doesn't go very far. Forwards, backwards will be a full split. I'll say full splits. Backwards, no, because the piping gets in the way, but close. There's no... You twist again from the hip. It's a single kneecap, not a very good bend at all, but, you know, it will do. And then the feet, tippy toe, dorsiflex, from the ankle, dorsiflexation, and you get a nice little piston movement there. Look at this. How cool is that? But there's no swivel, and no turn. I do like that. I do like that piston movement. That is very cool indeed. Now let's check out the other guy. See if there's anything different in him with his gun arms. I don't think there are. Also, I want to see if his gun comes down. Okay, his one does. The other guy's one should do as well. Okay, so difference. He turns from the wrist. That's it. So no difference. Same articulation, same tubes. So everything else should be the same. So let me get these guys straight position. Let's get an idea of their size. They are big boys. Go to top of head, then top of the gun on the one on the right because he's slightly taller. So to top of the head, we're looking at 22.5 cm approximately. The top of the gun on the tallest one in this position is about 20, just a little bit shy of 26 cm maybe. So big boys. Now, if you want one of these and you're on a budget and you can't afford them, there is a solution, because I have spotted something that looks rather similar. Are you ready to see this amazing discovery just with a touch of paint? And your Buzz Lightyear Cyclops can be your Kastelan robot. What do you think? He looks like he's kind of related to him. There you go. There's a cheap idea for you. Paint it up to match, and people go, hey, that looks a bit different, and obviously a lot cheaper. So there you go. Anyway, that's apart from that little fun comparison, let's do a proper comparison of some other Warhammer stuff. I will use one Adeptus Mechanicus. I'll use the Tau Crisis Warsuit because that was quite big, but that is made to look small by these big boys. So if I put that one there, you can see that they tower above the Crisis Warsuit. And not only do they tower above, they are more bulky and broad as well. But now let's go through a little family setup. So I'll get the other Adeptus Mechanicus and we'll see what they're like together. So I'll set this up now. It'll take me about 2 minutes, but I'll do it off camera, so it'll be an instant for you guys. So stay tuned. I'll be back in an instant. And there we go. That would make for a really, really good shelf display. They look fantastic together. The only thing I'll say is, I don't know what the Games Workshop official minis and paint jobs, but this doesn't match that sort of red there. If that red sort of matched, I think it look a bit more, well, for me, I think it look better because it'd be more uniform, but you know, that's just a tiny point because they do look fantastic. Really good job by Joytoy on these. I think they look great. There's the parts I don't like is like the head just feels a bit, I'll say hollow or cheap. Hands maybe a little bit in there, but other than that, they've done a really cracking job. And as you can see, it looks great with the other Adeptus Mechanicus as well. That there are more, which I couldn't fit in the little space I've got to film. But what fantastic looking toys and great additions to the 40k line. Even not a 40k collector or player, I think they're just great looking robots anyway, and they'll fit in your sci-fi world. Even if you've got 1/12 scale action figures, they're going to scale well there too, as you can see. Okay, this is Awesome signing out, saying please like, share, subscribe, check out the Patreon. I'll see you next video soon. Stay happy, keep collecting. Bye bye.